MoviePass has admitted that their plan to share concessions with movie theaters has not worked and most likely will not work, and they are shifting gears to focus on their own internal film production, and why I think as a result of this, Netflix should seriously consider purchasing them. Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net and shareholder of Helios and Matheson and Netflix. I just want to be especially upfront about that for this video because what I'm about to propose will definitely serve my interest a little bit, but I do believe it will serve MoviePass and Netflix in general on a whole as well. Now, I have done a lot of MoviePass videos. I've been doing a lot less recently because there have not been as much things to talk about, although I will say that yes, I am aware that they got delisted from the stock market. I was sick that week. And yes, I am aware that they closed their LA office and that they hired all their product and development staff, and that's not exactly good. But after today's announcement, those decisions come into more of a restructuring mindset. Like, hey, you know what? We are trying something different. Our last business plan, it didn't quite work, so let's move in a different direction, and that's what they're trying to do. And it's been interesting to watch all of this because for a company that was supposed to just die like 3 months ago, I mean, someone even said October they'll be gone. Here we are, March, they're still here. And by the way, their new service, their new card, as long as you do not have the $10 a month plan, don't get the $10 a month plan. But if you get like the other tiers, that product works, and it has worked every single time. But MoviePass is definitely realizing that maybe they don't have the pockets to, you know, get a leg up on the subscription service. And so, according to the Wrap, MoviePass is to shift their business model to focus on its own films. And it came with a press release. And they said, in its latest effort to shore up finances, MoviePass has announced plans for a new business model it says will prioritize self-generated revenue instead of reliance on earnings from exhibitors and studios. The plan is to forge a much more interconnected relationship between the company's mostly movie theater subscription service and the film production business it launched last year, MoviePass Filmed, according to a statement released Wednesday. The company will make the films it produces available to MoviePass subscribers, which it hopes will both increase the film's box office potential and lead to an expansion of the subscription service itself. As part of its plan, the company says MoviePass Films will accelerate production of products for theatrical release and increase distribution deals for retail, home video, and transactional and international sales. The company says it will also emphasize technology development and stepped-up fraud prevention efforts. That last part basically meaning that people are still probably using their MoviePass cards to get things that they should not be getting, which means you might be seeing the ticket taker coming back, picture taker coming back. The effort will be supported by MoviePass's MoviePhone advertising and information service. Quote, "We have gained tremendous amount of insight into moviegoers in the industry over the past year and a half," MoviePass CEO Mitch Lowe said in a statement. MoviePass subscription, MoviePass Films, and MoviePhone now have a winning combination that we believe will drive consumers to our films and re-energize casual moviegoers to go more often and see great films in local theaters. Films that consumers often wait to see much later through streaming services. By spending the last several months analyzing the many different aspects of our prior business model in terms of what worked and what didn't, I believe we've been able to illuminate the path forward, Ted Farnsworth, CEO of MoviePass parent company Helios and Matheson Analytics, continued, "We've taken a deep dive to understanding our unique ecosystem, and I believe we're now ready to move forward at a rapid pace. I see this as an exciting time for MoviePass and its sister companies because we're taking our original vision for subscription, altering it for the better, and proceeding with significant clarity." This is only the latest shakeup at the struggling company. In December, the company announced it would implement a tiered version of its subscription service, which, by the way, as long as it's not the bottom tier, those subscriptions work. That move capped a tumultuous late 2018, which Helios and Matheson reported that it lost $137.2 million in the third quarter of 2018. MoviePass canceled a proposed reverse stock split to prevent a NASDAQ delisting, and the company announced plans to spin off MoviePass to create a new subsidy that would become a separate publicly traded company. And by the way, I assume that this announcement is partially to support that spinoff, because, you know, they're trying to come up with a new business model that most people would accept. And so now it's not, oh, we're in the subscription service, we're in a integrated content service, and they're hoping that would probably lead to people buying their MoviePass stock. MoviePass's new business model comes as a result of the planned spinoff. Oh, yep, there it is right there. The company believed that its future growth relies on its ability to maximize audience reach, focus on technical innovation and high-quality content production through MoviePass theatrical subscription service, MoviePass Films, original content production company, and MoviePhone multimedia information and advertising service. MoviePass has a number of films in its pipeline after having co-released Border and Monsters and Men last year with Neon, also American Animals, which was on my top 10 list for the best films of the year, and Gotti, which I selected as the worst film of the year. MoviePass has finished filming on the Mel Gibson film Boss Level, and also has the horror film The Reckoning, the Bruce Willis and Michael Chiklis action film 10 Minutes Gone, and Al Pacino and Meadow Films Axis Sally. So that's actually a pretty good lineup if you think about it. You know, they have Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, Al Pacino. I don't know who Michael Chiklis is. Maybe I've seen him in something before. I don't know who he is though. But yeah, they have all those movies, and having movies with those kind of talents will inspire investor confidence, especially if you state outright that you are going to be having a new business model going forward. Now, keep in mind, one thing this does not say, it does not say they are getting rid of the subscription service. In fact, considering most people can't use the $10 a month MoviePass subscription service, and yet it has like a couple million subscribers, I would not be surprised if they keep that around, because that's a good moneymaker for them at this point. Their red carpet thing, probably less so, but they'll keep it around. And what they are basically talking about here is they are going to make movies. The movies at this point will be their primary focus, and they could probably get those movies into more theaters with MoviePass, because they know there are still over 2 million MoviePass subscribers, and that will be a bonus movie. It will not count towards the 3 movies that you have paid to see. It's an extra, and so MoviePass people will go to the theaters and see them. And here's the thing. I remember when I went to see Border, which was a bizarre movie, by the way. Absolutely bizarre movie. Wrote a review for it. It'll be in my next book that I'm currently working on for the Oscars. And that movie made a strong case for MoviePass existing, because it would have been very, very difficult to pay money to see that. That said, it was almost full. And I asked the person afterwards, about what percentage would you say of people in this were MoviePass people? He said about 75%, 75 to 80%. And almost every single person had bought snacks and popcorn, because that's what MoviePass customers do. They buy snacks because they're not paying for the movie ticket. So who cares if you buy a snack? That's the same thing that AMC Stubs members do. They buy snacks because they're not paying for the ticket. So that was like a win-win situation for everything. The theaters got filled up, they sold snacks, and MoviePass, you know, it didn't cost them any money, really, for people to swipe the MoviePass card, and for the people who didn't, they got a little bit of money. And they got an Oscar nomination, which, by the way, with all due respect to Vice, I do think Border should have won the Oscar for Best Makeup. That was just overall better makeup, but I understand that Vice was pretty impressive too. And now that we've talked about that, what MoviePass is hoping to do, and that could work, by the way, now it's time to go full screen again and discuss why I think Netflix should buy MoviePass. Why I think now is the ideal time for Netflix to buy MoviePass. Because here's the thing, MoviePass is at a price where virtually anyone can afford them, if you're a company, that is. I think for less than $20 million, you can own MoviePass and all of its assets. Now, what does this do for Netflix? Well, here's a few of the things it does. First of all, they get to own the 5 to 10 movies MoviePass owns. So that's cheaper considering that they spent like, you know, $15 million on Roma, and they're spending over $100 million on Martin Scorsese's The Irishman, and they're all just going to dump them onto streaming platforms with the exception of a few theaters anyway. This is like pocket change for Netflix to get more movies, and they're getting a couple good ones. Again, American Animals, one of the best movies of last year. Border, very, very strange, but whether it's good or bad will depend on who you are. And then unfortunately you do have Gotti, but you know what? It's still something to put on the service. It's something you'd own at that point. So Netflix would get some movies. Secondly, they get about over 2 million subscribers to people with MoviePass. Now, it's for a service that technically loses money, but stick with me. Steven Spielberg this year, like not even this year, like in a few weeks, is going to be going to the Academy Awards and proposing rule changes to prevent Netflix from getting a Best Picture Oscar, at least if Netflix doesn't want to follow the rules. I think something he's going to be proposing is that the movie has to be exclusive to the theaters for like 2 months or something before you can qualify for a Best Picture Oscar. I'm expecting something like that is going to be the case. And Netflix will have to either play by that rule or not. Well, Netflix is a strong proponent of day and date releases. We want it in theaters and on streaming same day, or we might have it in theaters for a couple of weeks only, and then we'll put it on Netflix. And most theaters don't even want to book the Netflix movie because there is no confidence that why would you go pay to see a movie in theaters that you can watch on your screen in 2 weeks for free? Well, this is where MoviePass comes in. Let's say Netflix buys MoviePass. They get access to all the movies they've made and the movies they are making. Not only that, they have a movie subscription service. Now, all of those Netflix movies that Netflix makes themselves that they are going to be releasing into theaters can become a bonus movie on MoviePass. They might even be able to go to the theaters more and say, hey, here's the thing. We'll make up a little compromise. We will put the movie in theaters for 5 weeks exclusive to the theaters. And after that, it's going to go on a streaming service. But with our MoviePass customers, the people who have the MoviePass option on our subscription service, they will continue to turn out to the theaters because it's free for them. The money's coming back to us. We don't care about that. So you will still get those seats filled, and you will, sell some snacks at that result. That might convince theaters to not only give the movie a chance when it has the limited theatrical window, knowing that they have dedicated customers that are willing to show up and will most likely buy snacks because they're not paying for the ticket. They might even keep it in the theaters a little bit longer. What's more, by having a 3-movie tiered subscription service that you can see to any movie you want pretty much, Netflix is also contributing to the theatrical experience. They are helping buy some of their competitors' tickets as a show of goodwill. And if people don't use those tickets, then MoviePass makes money, and Netflix therefore makes money as well. And I could even see them doing different tiered plans, like, hey, do you want just the streaming? Or for $20, do you want this? Or for $30, you can have discs and the theatrical experience. Netflix can have a package that has all of the aspects of the entertainment field covered. You can stream movies, you can get the discs, you can go to the theaters all for one monthly price. That's a great sales pitch. And of course, it can be, altered as follows. I mean, for example, you could probably, if you want, say, the highest quality streaming and Blu-ray discs and the 3 movies for MoviePass with one of the IMAX, $40 a month. But let's just say, well, I don't really need discs. These don't do much for me anymore. How about I just add this on? Well, okay, your streaming service is $12.99. This will be $10 a month. And it won't be like that rotating thing. Or maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be rotating, but Netflix will actually cover it. And then you can pick what tier you want. Maybe you could even okay, streaming discs, this costs $5. There's so many ways you can do about it, but what this does is this gives Netflix the in they need with the movie theaters. It guarantees that there will be people who will show up for these movies, even knowing that they will be streaming in a few weeks on the service. People will come to see it in the big screen. Heck, they might, and if there's anyone who, doesn't have a MoviePass card, they might see it's like, maybe they'll just decide to see it one day. They'll just spend money on it. Maybe if it's at AMC, they'll use the AMC sub. Who knows? But Netflix would pick up a little money for their movies that way. And so they can find a little gap to where both a theatrical distribution arm as well as a streaming service. And I think that would be a good compromise because I do think Netflix will need to, because of the Academy rules, start releasing, at least what I think the Academy is going to change, might have to start releasing their movies with longer windows. I think these days, I'm going to be seeing the new Ben Affleck movie that Netflix is doing this weekend. They're having it in theaters 1 week, and then it's going to be streaming. If the reviews are good, which they should be coming out today, I will go see it in theaters, use my MoviePass to pay for it. If the reviews are bad, I'll wait for the streaming. But the thing is, with this, if that was a bonus movie that I didn't have to go against my 3 tickets and I was the average person, you know what? Yeah, I would go see it. I would take advantage of my bonus video. And at less than $20 million, MoviePass is a bargain for Netflix. And yeah, there should be some compensation. Like, I would say every 100, 200 shares someone has a MoviePass, maybe give them a Netflix share. That would help facilitate the sale quite nicely. And then of course I would benefit because the Netflix shares are worth way more than MoviePass shares. But I think this is a win-win situation. It gives Netflix more content and it gives them an in with the movie theaters as not only a way to get people into the seats of their movies, even though those movies are going to be on streaming in a few weeks, but they also become goodwill ambassadors and they buy tickets to their competitors, and that might strengthen negotiation relationships in the future should, say, Paramount's self-streaming service not pan out. And they're like, well, we've got our own streaming service and we're going to keep it, but let's sublease some of this stuff to Netflix. And they might be willing to do that for Netflix at a little bit of a discount since Netflix now officially, through MoviePass, buys some of their movie tickets. At least this is what I was thinking. And now I pass the question off to you. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I would love to know. So comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to help keep the channel run smoothly. I will, and check out Monday. I delayed it. It was going to be Friday, but on Monday I'm going to have a non-news article video that one of my Patreon members have been very patient and understanding and waiting for, but it will be coming, and I hope you will all enjoy it. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.